Hey guys, welcome to Primer Blast Check. So welcome back to our original Primer Blast where I put in the reverse primer that I made and I asked it to find us the forward primers. So here's the list of forward primers it found for me. And what I'm going to do is take a look at them. And what I see is I'm looking for the melting temperature to be pretty close. I want these numbers to be as low as possible. Of course, my primer is going to be whatever it is. So the only difference is going to be in the forward primer. So primer pair 1, not bad. Primer pair 2 looks a little better, right? This is a little closer here. These numbers are a little lower. So let's use these two primers as our example. So in our primer check, ooh, put some light on. In our primer check, we are going to take and copy this forward primer right here. Copy that guy. And, oh, I can move my head. And put him, oops, not that one. Aha! Into our original Primer Blast file. So totally fresh, no PCR template in there. We're putting it in forward. Okay, no template, because we wanted to ask the world, the genome, if it sits anywhere else. So then we also need our reverse. So I can go back, reverse. Oh, thank you. And our product length is 541. We want it to be at least 500. So we're good. I forgot where I was. Over here? There I am. Put it into that guy. Okay, there's the forward that the computer made, the reverse that I made, PCR product size. We're looking to see what's out there. So we want to know if there's big old regions. So we'll just throw in 7,000, right? Number, blah, 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 to return. We don't need to do that. Matches, mismatches, blah, blah, blah. Introns, we don't care about. Our sequence, so enable search. The database, we don't want mRNAs, right? We're looking for genomic regions, the white stuff. We're not looking for coding regions. So we want to use NR. So if you Google Primer Blast Check, it'll give you a list of things to do. Okay, and I think I posted something about it also. I'll go back and show that at the very end. But just in case you already get that, we're looking in humans. This is the parameters, just the default. The maximum target size, we're going to say 6,000, right? Because those would PCR, and that could be a problem. Okay, we're going to show our results in a new window, and then we're going to say go. So we said get primers, but really it's a primer check. So let's see. Uh-oh. Slow internet. Here we go. Okay, so just like last time, we're gonna wait, right? I think it took 72 seconds last time to get some data. Let's see what happens here. And so that NR stands for non-redundant. So that's essentially everything in the database. So we're not limiting it. We want everything in that genomic database. Here we go, nice. Here's our detailed primer report. So this says primer pair 1, because that's the first one we put in, but we need to remember this was actually pair 2, right? If we went back to our, right, this was primer pair 2, this guy right there. I like you've done here, yes. We threw that guy in here, we said go. Here's our report. Again, this is just telling us about our primers. And then where it sits, look at that. Oh no, it sits 100% on vPreB. That's what we are. That's what we want. And it's going to make 541 base pairs. Woohoo! Okay. Again, right, chromosome 2, blah, blah, blah. It's just bacterial artificial chromosome. Somebody cloned it. Whole other story saying our gene. Our gene, the lambda locus, yes. vPreB is in the lambda locus. Yes, 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 that's still our gene. Aha! What is this? Chromosome 22, 541, there's a mismatch. This is probably our gene on some other site's genomic sequence database, we don't care. This one says clone 1, complete sequence of something on chromosome 1. So wait, if we come back here, oh, ours is on chromosome 22. So what? There's 4 mismatches in the forward. There's 5 mismatches in the reverse. If it actually did PCR, it would make a 4,700 base pair piece. That would not interfere with what we need to see on a gel, so that's fine. And then this other one, again, 4 mismatches, 5 mismatches, it makes 1260. So I don't think that's going to interfere either. Now, the only thing we might, oops, we might want to change would be number of primers to return. Because if we only said 10 and that was 10, that doesn't mean there's not a lot of other stuff out there. So let's just take a looky look. So what we're going to want to do, since I don't know how to download, we would want to copy and paste this into a file and call this primer pair 2, right? We also want to have those, these guys are primer pairs in a file. So what I did, I can find it here, is that I put my human promoter, right? Here's my Word document with the vprev promoter. Here is my reverse primer that I made. This is just this sequence bigger so I can see it. That's the primer, how I made it, but then you have to write it 5' to 3'. And then, okay, that's that file. That's not really what I want to show you, but yes, I have that. And then, here's the file I want to show you guys. Here is my primer pairs from this page, essentially, that I'm showing, covering it up. So I just copy and pasted and then made it font 8 so it all fit normal formatting. And then here's all those primer pairs that were found for me. Okay, so I copied those in there. And so then when I copy and paste this is really primer pair 2, right? Again, sitting on us, yay, chromosome 22, chromosome 22. Okay, so these are the only 2 it gives back, even though I said 20. So apparently that's all that it sits on. So that's good news. So what are we going to do? We're going to copy and paste this, right? With this right there, we're going to go copy. And so this is primer pair 2. And we're going to put it right there, and it gets all crazy. And then we're just going to select all, and we're going to say make that 8. Oh, it's not crazy. These are our primer pairs still, right? No, that's our check. Oh, okay. So it's not primer pair 1, it's primer pair 2, and I'm going to call it primer check. Okay. So that's all we have to do. So I'm going to show you another result that I already did, just to be sure. So delete that guy's done. This was the same one, right? No matter if I said 10 or 20, this is all we got back. So really it's only going to misprime on these 2 spots, and they're both big and out of the way, and there's lots of mismatches, so it should not harm our PCR. Shouldn't. Okay, go away. Oh, that was just what we put in. So let's say we want to try a different forward, right? So we're going to go back to our guy. What else do we like? We like primer pair 4 because he's got a nice close melting temperature. These numbers are low. Ooh, that one's nice and low. It's a smaller piece. The other was 541, but still, I said more than 500. 512 is more than 500. So let's check this sucker out. So let's copy the forward. Right, we already have our reverse in there. And we already set this. We got to make sure we're back on NR. We don't want to just look at RNAs. We're not going to find anything. 6,000. How many are coming back at us? But I wrote 20. If we hit get primers, what are we going to find? Woohoo! Again, it's called primer pair 1 because that's the search, but this is really right? Remember that guy? Primer pair 4. So if we look, chromosome 22, yay, that's us. Yay, that's still us. Yay, yay. This is another sequence. So it obviously has a polymorphism there on that forward primer, but it's still us, so that's fine. 22, nearly complete genome. That's that other genome sequence. Again, there's a mismatch that we saw last time. Uh-oh, here's something on chromosome 9. It's 1,000 base pairs. Only 3 mismatch, 5 mismatch. This is another 1,000, 3, 5. This one's 4,300, 4, 5, 3, 3, 4, 5. Right? 900, 900. So it looks like this isn't quite as good of a primer pair as the other one. There's more mismatches that are of different sizes that are a little closer to ours. But it'd probably still work. But if we had to choose, we'd probably choose the other one. But I'd still copy and paste this one into your file. And so here's primer check, primer pair 2. We copied, and oh, look, we pasted into here. So there's the primer on the check 4. Just so we have it in case our original primers don't work, we just can go right back and look at this. We don't have to copy and paste. Or excuse me, yeah, we don't have to copy and paste. We don't have to go back to the database and re-put things in, right? We already have them. So we want to make sure we keep our original, find that 5', and then check them and keep whichever primers, whichever pair looks good, and put that into a file and save it. And then we'd order primers to do PCR. So thanks for listening. So go ahead and make that happen. If you need help, give me an email and I'm happy to help. So go PCR primers.